Hello, my name is Dr. Nidhi Ramesh. I'm from Bangalore Medical College. I've gotten a score of 647 in the recently conducted NEET PG 2020. I started my preparation in the March of 2020, right after my internship. I hadn't attended any classes before, and that was when I started all my preparations firstly. And after that, I've been attending only the Bhatia regular classes every day. During my preparation, which we had classes up to the end of September. So for about those 6 7 months, my day just started with. We had classes from around 2 to 8 in the evening. That was usually sometimes it extended longer, sometimes it was shorter. But so we would attend the classes. Then right before sleeping, I would just read through whatever I'd written, just to keep that in my memory. And then again, wake up in the morning, just do a revision of the same thing again, and do the questions related to whatever I'd read. And again, by then the next day's classes would start. This was this timetable made sure that I was busy most of the day. It didn't give me much leeway to slack around, and also it ensured that I didn't have any backlog by the end of my preparation. And by the end of September, as I said, we finished most of our classes, and then we had vibe session for about 3 to 4 days, which was very useful in the sense that it gave a sort of revision. It served as a sort of revision for our classes, and for all my exams on the last day, when you don't know what to do, when you don't know what to revise at that day, I think the vibe booklet comes very useful at that point, because that serves as a quick way to revise all your 19 subjects very fast. And images are very scoring. So I think Vibe was very useful in that regard. And after that, we had around 1.5 months in time for our INI, the first INI November session. So I did a revision by then. And because of all the postponements, I've had time to do it, I think at least 4 to 5 revisions. This year has been unique in that sense. And in the November INI, I had gotten a rank of 452. July INI session, sorry, I'd gotten a rank of 151. And this is my third exam after that. But in my NEET exam last year, I'd gotten a rank of 43,000. And from there, I've reached to a score of 647. And I think that time I hadn't prepared anything, and this 1.5 years has led me to this score. And through this 1.5 years, DBMCI has been my major source of preparation. All my notes were exclusively from DBMCI. And I think my notes were the backbone of my preparation. This is something that all toppers do say. And I think it's when you write an exam for yourself, you realize how useful your notes are. Only when I wrote the November INI, I realized how much came from my notes. And if I just done my notes one more time, or at least half a revision more, I could have scored significantly more. And I realized my mistakes only after that November INI. And I think that's very good when you realize what you need to do, because every person has their own strengths and weaknesses. And I was doing for some people, they just do questions in their third or fourth revision. They don't touch their notes at all, and that works for them. But for me, I knew that my notes, if I hadn't touched my notes, I wouldn't feel confident at all. So for me, I did my notes at least 5 to 6 times. So I think each person has to find what works for them and go through with it, because all of us have written competitive exams before, and we all know what works for us. So I would tell everybody to figure out what's your strength, what's your weakness, and work towards that. Your weak subjects, your strong subjects, in any regard. Do you want to do more questions? Do you want to do your notes? What works for you? You don't have to listen and go behind exclusively what somebody else tells somewhere else. And one more thing I found very useful in my preparation was I had a sort of 20th notebook. I had a 20th notebook, and I covered all my walls with tiny tidbits of information and facts that I knew I kept forgetting. These were facts that I forgot in a lot of GTs that I'd given. And these were points that were unique to my memory. Like, they were my weak points, not generally weak points that everybody would find. So I used the 20th notebook, and this was something I think helped a lot in my preparation, both for INI and NEET. So I would recommend people, sometimes even I was very lazy to do that, but then I realized for my INI, for my July INI, and I realized in time, and I put in that time and effort to make that notebook, and it was extremely useful. And everything, faculties in DBMCI who were most helpful would be, of course, Tamim sir. His medicine is one of the easiest subjects. I don't think you need to do multiple revisions of medicine at all. Once you read it one or two times, you have all the concepts in your mind, and it's useful even for other subjects like tips that he gives. And it was Tamim sir, Jai Arora sir. His surgery notes are amazing. They're comprehensive. They have everything. Bharat sir for Pharmac, he has I think one of the best notes. It has not too much, not too less. Everything that comes in, every exam that I've written so far has been from our notes in Pharmac. And Nasir sir in microbio, I think he would be a genius in micro because nobody can teach micro like that. I've never studied micro like that. I don't think I can ever can. It becomes extremely easy, which nobody would say about micro, I think. And a lot of other Praveen sir, Rajat Arora sirs, and Tamim sir's motivation sessions, which were held at regular intervals, were really motivating. It was a wake up call at multiple points. Every time we felt low, there was a session going on, and it was very inspirational listening to them. And any special advice to people? Yes, just figure out your what works for you, and don't take the GTs and the ranks you get in that too much to heart. I know that's easy to say and hard to follow, but if you do that, you will just get stuck behind in your preparation, and it's not good at all. So just figure out what works for you and just go with it and believe in yourself. And anybody can do this. It's not a very hard exam. All of you can do it, and just believe in yourself.